People deluded, I'm back again. Now, following Arsenal's victory 2-1 against Cardiff, I might as well review the player ratings as I do. So let's crack on. Now, it was a weird game. If it did finish 2-0, obviously I'm saying if it did because we conceded very late on into the game, 93rd minute out of 5 minutes added on time. But it would have flattered us. It was a good second half performance, a better performance. We went through the motions a bit in the second half, but we did what we needed to do. Obviously, our strikers, Aubameyang stepping up to take the penalty. Good play from Iwobi and Kola in the build-up, so that's good collective play. Lovely, wonderful effort from Lacazette, in terms of determination and grit. So under that, it's a good performance. I feel some individuals can claim they had good performances, but as a team, we was probably too stale, probably lacklustre. Cardiff on another day probably deserved to get something out of the game, and to be honest, not just us, that's been the case of a lot of their games against the top six, where probably the last 10 minutes, it wasn't us today, but the last 10 minutes they've thrown it away. We got over the line, but the performance wasn't there, generally speaking, and we were a bit lacklustre and lethargic in several incidences. Got over the line. Gonna give Leno a 5. Wasn't much he couldn't do. He didn't have much to do. He's equal to it. Won't blame the goal we conceded down to him, at least without seeing it again. I need to watch the game again to do the tactical thing if I deem that needed. So give him a 5. Lichtsteiner, I give him a 4 purely because, not to say he played terrible, even though I think he did, but opinions are subjective. I just feel Cardiff were able to get past him at will. I just feel he was vacating his position a lot, and Cardiff were able to take advantage of that. I feel a big reason as to why Nias was having got a lot of joy down the left-hand flank or running in between that and earning a couple corners or getting beyond that is because of Lichtsteiner. We needed a bit more offensively, and I just don't feel he has the engine to do it. And I'm sure, regardless of his age and status in the squad, he wants to play against Manchester City and play a significant part this season. It's not going to happen, is it, really and truly? So I give him a 4. Now, I'm going to give the two centre-halves, Monreal and Mustafi, a 5. I feel they can just about get away with a 5. But on another day, both could probably get a 4. More so Mustafi, admittedly. I ain't really got beef with Monreal. I feel Monreal could have done a lot better for the goal we conceded, but he was decent. I feel barred a good slide tackle in that first half. I'll give him credit from Mustafi, and there was a good block to deny an effort at goal as well from him. Barred that, he just wasn't quite at it as well. He was at 6s and 7s, so they both get a 5. Kola gets a... Do you know what? I'll give Kola a 6. He should get a 5, but for different reasons. I don't feel Kola was poor today. I feel it was one of them. He was alright, people. He wasn't OTT. He was alright. He did what he normally does. I don't feel it was his best of games, but I don't feel he was terrible. It should be a 5, but I'll give him a 6 because although it wasn't an assist, he showed good determination to obviously, I'm going to say earn the penalty because he didn't play for it, but he was showing the willingness to get in behind quite a few occasions. So Kola can get a 6. Guendouzi, he probably should get a 6, but I'm feeling a bit generous. I'll give him a 7. I feel he had a good game. I feel he played some good passes. Still shows his youthful immaturity at times, obviously losing the ball in areas he shouldn't, probably inviting pressure onto himself when he shouldn't, and obviously relying on the ref, like when you saw when Patterson gave him the shoulder to weights him out of play to earn the throwing for his team. Other than that, I feel he had a good game, and I feel Guendouzi had a good game. I feel him and Torreira, at least for this moment in time, couple games, is the pivot we should be going with. And he had a decent game, man. I felt he would have got subbed because I'd be looking at him to start against Manchester City, and he has played a lot of football. Thought he would have come off for Ramsey. But yeah, I'll give him a 7. Give Torreira a 7. It should be a 6, but I'm feeling generous, man, because I feel he's kind of dropped off in the last couple game weeks naturally because he's tired and all them things there. But feel he had a good game, man. None of our players were amazing in terms of passing consistently, apart from in stages like you've seen with Guendouzi's pass and things like that in the first half for Kola. But I feel he was a dogged display today, man. He was committed. He was winning the ball back on several occasions, just doing Torreira stuff. So I give him a 7. Give Ozil a 6. I feel Ozil was good today. I feel a 7's probably OTT. In fact, he probably could get a 7. I feel in the first half, it looked like only him and Lacazette were going to make things happen. I feel he was decent on the ball today, breaking the lines and all of them things. I feel it was harsh that he got subbed, but it is what it is, and that's the latest sort of mind games in the little saga that him and Unai Emery in the sort of struggle for power is having. But I give him a 6. El Nene, I give him a 4 as well. He was decent on the ball, and I say decent lightly in terms of the sideways passes was okay, but I feel he was very negligent today. I feel definitely in a defensive sense, you're meant to be the defensive mid now. Hopefully, games like this can display the myth or get rid of it. The fact that he cannot play as a defensive mid. He's not a defensive midfielder. Like he's not. He wasn't today, ironically, but how many times have you seen him playing in the hole and he's the furthest man forward? Did feel on that note, I should have said it in my other vid, but Unai Emery probably should have played Torreira in that role and started Jenkinson. And then obviously you're seeing Jenkinson come off the bench, and you obviously saw Torreira move into that hole as we tweaked the formations. So I'll give Unai Emery credit for turning it around tactically or in terms of substitutions in the second half, but he probably didn't set us out in the best way. I feel, and then they just didn't have a good games. I can't get the two glance. He's almost presenting. He's almost a playmaker for the opposition today. There was two efforts in particular that one was with his head, and I think another one was with his head as well, where he's just gifting it into the opposition. And more quality players in the opposition, they obviously scored them sort of goals there. So I'll give him a 4. Probably give Lacazette a 7 as well. You know, I'll give him an 8, man. He scored. I feel he worked his socks off today again. He should have had a penalty as well. I'll give him an 8. Should be probably a 7, but I'll be a bit generous. No, it should be an 8, man. That's well deserved, to be fair with you. Aubameyang, I'll give him a 7. Now, he got a goal and assist, so I'll give him 2 marks for that. Obviously, when you look past the goal and obviously to pass the ball to Lacazette, I don't feel he was poor today. I feel he put himself around and his general play was better than normal, but he kind of just let the game pass him. He was kind of not really about. Now, that's the signs of a good striker, some would say, if you're not about in the games. If you're not about in the games and you still score regardless. But when you just look past the goal and the assist and the occasion and the work rate he put in, especially in the second half when he's tactically looked like he was moved into a different role, there wasn't much to say on his performance, and you kind of want to see a bit more from him because he's got it in him. So I give him a 7, but yeah, man. Jenkinson, I give him a 5. He just on the basis he did what I didn't see from Lichtsteiner, which wasn't hard. I felt Iwobi, I give Iwobi a 6. I feel Iwobi was good when he came on. I don't feel he was amazing, but I feel he made a difference. He tried to make things happen. At times he lost the ball, yes, but yeah, man, he tried to get things going, so I give him a 6. Give Ramsey a 5. Not really on the field long enough to do anything of any influence. Second half, in the dying embers of the game, you're calling for the ball. You really should make it 3-1. You should have really squared it, but at that point, the game was done. And in the grand scheme of things, when reviewing our performance, that's probably not one of the major things we need to review. We got over the line all in all, people. Rubber the green. We do need to improve our performance dramatically going into the Manchester City game, where they're going to eat us alive. So, yeah, people, that's my player ratings. Like I said, Arsenal 2, Cardiff 1. Yeah, people. DG, thank you for watching. I'm out.